My name is Salwa Ali. I'm a fourth year BBMS student at Gulf Medical University. BBMS is Bachelor's of Biomedical Science, and I love reading. So the very first book I read was called The Very Lazy Ladybird, which I used to read every night as a kid before I go to bed. But I really got into reading when I was at 7th grade. And at that time, online books were very, very famous. So I used to read whatever books I used to find online. Okay, my favorite author is Dan Brown. Now I can go about how amazing his books are, but it will never be enough. So as you can see, I have every book published by Dan Brown. The very first one I read was actually this. It's called The Lost Symbol, and it's about this boy who goes into a weird cult with a lot of weird symbols, but it's very interesting and very amazing. My favorites of all his books are The Da Vinci Code and Inferno. Now these books are a piece of art, especially Inferno. If you decide to read any of them, I would recommend starting with The Da Vinci Code, because the Inferno is kind of very deep and complicated. And if you're not into reading, there are movies, starring Tom Hanks, not all of them. You have The Da Vinci Code, Inferno, Angels and Demons. Yeah, that's it. So you have all these three movies starring Tom Hanks. You have to watch them. They are amazing, all of them. I have participated in several reading competitions. One of them is the Arab reading competition. Now, I have made it to the semi-finals, but I didn't go into the finals, but it was very interesting participating in it. And I have participated in the short story competition, which took place in my university actually. And me, along with 5 or 6 of others of my colleagues, made it to the finals. And the university held a special ceremony honoring our success in the competition. I also started the book club in my university, in which all of us vote to read a book for the week, and we come the coming week to decide what points we liked about the book, what we disliked, what we thought would be a better ending for the book. And we hold these meetings every week. A book that I would recommend to a person who wants to start reading is this, which is called Halat Nadira. It's in Arabic. It's a short story series, and it's of 4 books. Why would I recommend it? First of all, it's very interesting. It talks about a psychiatrist who works in a psychology hospital. He talks about the most interesting cases which comes to him, and they've collected all these cases in the book. And they are actually very, very interesting. And why would I recommend it to a person who's starting reading? Because as it is a short story series, so it's easy to read one story and then stop, and then you can read the other one whenever you feel like it. And it's not a whole novel with a lot of chapters, so it's like very easy to get around and get you into reading. A book out of my comfort zone, I chose this book, which is called The One Memory of Laura Banks. Now, why it is out of my comfort zone? First of all, because it's English. I'm used to reading Arabic books, yes. And second of all, because it's of a genre that I've never read before. It's about a girl with amnesia. So the story talks about this girl, which is called Laura Banks. She has short-term memory loss, and she keeps losing her memory I don't remember exactly, I think every hour. So to recall the important memories she needs, she used to write them on her hands with a Sharpie. So one day she gets lost out of the city, and the writings on her hand fades out. So it's like about her journey to come back home and to discover herself and to learn about what caused her amnesia. It's very, very interesting. I highly recommend this book to everyone who wants to read English books. It's very nice. Okay, I would like to end with a quote, which is one of my favorites. It says, good writing doesn't tell you it's raining, it lets you feel what it is like to be rained upon, which exactly describes my journey with books. Because every book takes you in its own world, with its own feelings, and you just get lost in it, which is the best thing ever. So I encourage every one of you to look for this little child in you which loves reading. And I would encourage everyone to read more often, because reading gives you knowledge, and knowledge is power. Thank you for listening to me. Hope to see you soon.